Have you ever wondered with the 2004 to 2008 Nissan Maximas, um, if your dome lights have ever gone off, how to restore it? Well, on the Nissan Maxima '05, it's really hard to identify what you need to correct. So once you determine that it's the fuse, what you need to change out is that where it says bat saver, the battery saver. You see that? That would be the second one down from the fuel lid. So this is the first thing that you have to identify. And what we're talking about is the sun visor light, the dome light. You see how these don't work, right? And these lights over here don't work when you pull it back like that. None of the lights in the interior lights work. Now, what you will find that works is if I start the vehicle up, everything in the dash works, but nothing in the top works. You see, when we pull this back and we look, there's no light in there. Nothing works there, and nothing works here. So, unfortunately, Nissan doesn't tell you this in the manual. So what you have to do is, through trial and error, I figured this out. You change the bat saver. And basically what you want to do is you want to look at your fuse. And one of the ways that you can tell if a fuse is bad is you see that little squiggly line in there. If there's a little crack in between it, or like what would almost look like a burnout, then you know that the fuse is bad. So what I'd recommend that you do in order to change this out, usually down at the bottom here, you have a what you call this thing here? Let me see if I can get it. You got this to pull the fuse, but if this is defective, and in my case this is defective, it won't pull the fuse. It's fuse out. So I'll put that back. And what I would recommend that you get, just get you something like this, and you can pretty much put the fuse in or pull the fuse out with this. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna look down at the bottom, plug this in, and I'm gonna show you. So when we were looking at it, if you're looking at the details here, you got two at the top that's empty, and then you have a row that starts with your fuel lid and then your bat saver. So when we look in here to try to compare it, what we're looking for is at the top, you see those two spaces there, and then just below it you got 1, 2, 3. So you notice that number 2 is missing, that space is missing there. So what we're going to do now is I'm basically going to take this and put it back in. And the way that you got to do it is you got to put it in upside down. So that way the 10 is upside down. And this would require 10. So you can get this at like AutoZone, O'Reilly, anything like that. Okay. So let me go ahead and put this back in. And that's basically it.